left. Only a master of evil, God.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Half Past Sheev?
Half of the past of the sheev.
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name.
You see this biscuity cookie? See, now you know I know Krav Maga, right?
Fine. I'll do it myself.
Do it.
Ohio, Goiamasu, Frank.
Damn, Mike, I didn't know you spoke Brazilian.
Fluently.
Oh, I'm impressed.
4 years in college, bro.
Wow. Very impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the Half Past Sheev podcast.
It's your boys. Mike
Your
and Frank,
boys,
Frank and Mike.
and Frank, we're here for yet another action-packed week.
Oh, yeah. Filled to the brim.
With action.
That's usually what...
Pounding action.
Pounding.
Thrusting and pounding.
Oh, I didn't know it was this type of podcast.
You know, today's actually a holiday,
Oh.
some would say.
The day before your birthday.
That is true. Actually, when this will be up tomorrow, it will be my birthday.
In an hour and a half, specifically.
Oh, damn. It took us that long to start. Shit.
We don't
Fuck
speak of
you,
that.
Ryan Reynolds, and your aviation gin.
We're kidding. We love you, Ryan Reynolds, but fuck, your gin's kind of bad.
It's so...
Yeah, I don't really like
awful.
it. Fuck. The first
Yeah.
one was fine. The last two were awful.
No, dude, they're fucking trash. But yes, my birthday is today, because you were listening to it on Sunday, 26th. So make sure to donate to our Patreon.
For his birthday.
For my birthday. And for the face reveals, but...
But more importantly, subscribe for his birthday.
True that. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, give us all that love. But if anyone didn't know, Saturday the 25th is the 80th anniversary of the Joker's first appearance. Appearance.
Oh.
And if you know anything about me, as I've preached on this podcast, is the Joker is my favorite fictional character of all time and the greatest villain of all time.
They're two peas in a pod. Day right after the other.
So yeah, his 80th birthday is today, and we did a special poll on Instagram, so stay tuned. Later in the episode, we're going to talk and go over our fans or viewers. I don't really think we really have fans
Listeners.
yet. Our listeners' top 5 Jokers of all time. Comics, movies, TV shows, animated, all that jazz. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great. I'm a little tipsy.
Little tips.
I'm a little feeling it. I'm feeling it well.
The aviation.
The aviation's getting me, bro. It's getting me. Actually, it's really not. It kind of is.
I'm missing the whiskey.
I'm missing the whiskey so bad, man. I really wish we got some. We went out today. We're like, fuck it. You know what? We're going to brave the storm. We're going to brave the crowds at the grocery
we
stores.
were fucking chefs today.
We got Al Pastor. Preseason.
Tortillas.
Shut up. Don't judge us. Preseason already basically made for us, but we needed to cook it. We went to Tony's. Great grocery store. Beautiful. Has cool, like, flags and everything for, like, the foreign countries. Really cool.
Mariano's has it and shit.
Mariano, sir.
Mariano's.
Mario. See this biscuity cookie? We had some biscuities today.
My aunt did drop off some delicious homemade chocolate chip cookies, some biscottis, and
See this biscuity cookie?
some homemade pasta. It was delicious.
But anyways, Al Pastor, we went out. We're like, fuck it, yeah. You know what? We're doing it. Why buy tacos when you can make them yourselves? $2 a pound right now. Usually it's like $10 or some shit. It was a steal.
So
we paid
naturally
$18 for 5 pounds. Oh my god.
Naturally, we assumed 10 pounds would be the amount.
We're like, obviously, you know, me and him are eating. We need 10 pounds. Thankfully, we only got 5, and fuck, was that a lot already? Gee, for four people ate, and there's still like 2.5 pounds left.
Yeah, we ate through half of it, so 3 pounds is probably where we need to be.
Yeah, that's true.
It was delicious, though. We got the flour tortillas.
We had leftovers.
We did the tortillas up. We cut the limes, the onions. We're fucking chefs.
But the biggest thing we missed was the whiskey. Yeah. We were like, you know what? Let's get some whiskey.
To get the whiskey.
And we forgot.
It's okay. The aviation gin did its job.
It's doing its job. Not flavorful, but it's doing its job.
Yeah. Pardon thou.
Bro, we only went out for a day. You already got Corona, bro. This ain't right.
It does have a very fruity flavor that I don't like.
I told you, it's like a mixed berry kind of thing.
Awful.
It's pretty bad.
Gotta get the man.
I will
drink
say,
some whiskey bread.
Whiskey
bread.
Some Japanese whiskey, homie. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but I don't have $800 to drop in that shit.
You don't? Neither do I, Jesus.
Let that stimulus check hit and I'll buy the Japanese whiskey.
Too bad we're not getting anything for the stimulus check. Too much Corona we're talking about right now, bro. Too much Corona.
I'm getting an unemployment check. Yeah. Half Past Sheev is your escape from coronavirus.
Exactly.
So escape into your ears with our voices in your ears.
How you doing, Frank? How you doing? I know we had Al Pastor, but how are you? Everybody asks where is Frank, but they never ask how is Frank.
Takes a long drag of his cigarette.
Noir music starts playing.
You wouldn't understand.
Oh my god. You want to tell it to me? You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling, just staying home, getting my unemployment checks.
Chilling like a villain? You certified, bro?
What do you mean?
You certify?
No, not yet.
Yeah, that's right. Better certify, homie. Wait, I thought you didn't certify.
Yeah. I meant
meant
you're talking about my certification.
No. I meant.
Yeah, I
meant
certified for unemployment.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm still working on studying for my certification to be a CPT, certified personal trainer.
Oh, is that what it's actually
CBT.
the acronym for it is?
Yeah.
CBT.
Yeah. But I have been doing one thing.
Oh.
Very honorable thing. I've been binge watching the fuck out of Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh, I was told about this.
Let me tell you this now. So, my second grade birthday party, which is so fitting because it was how many years ago? I'm not going to do the math, but it was a long time ago this day, technically, or tomorrow. Years ago, my second grade birthday.
I'd say you were either 7 or 8 in second grade. Probably talking about like 11-ish years or more.
Which is crazy.
It's
At the
crazy,
Park
bro.
District, a little birthday party. It was Clone Wars themed.
Oh.
So when I was younger, I just watched
Was the Clone Wars all the way back then?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Has it really been that long?
Yeah, it's been really long. It's been out.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I feel old.
Technically, like my age, the Clone Wars was my Star Wars. Technically, because like the prequels were all I didn't see any of those in theaters. Like
Yeah,
I was
I only saw
alive
the
when
one.
the Clone Wars came out.
I think I only saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters.
Yeah, that's why I have a special place matter for the Clone Wars. But when I was younger, like I watched the first 2 seasons, but not all of the episodes, and they aren't in order because you have a special watching order for them, which is so dumb.
Plus, when you're a kid, you don't really like taking everything. Like, now we know so much about it. We're like, fuck, like, we know all of this kind of background shit that it makes it more interesting to watch.
Yeah, so I watched it as a kid. Like, I got past all the parts that I've seen already, but I'm now watching in order. And as you get to, like, midway through season 3 in, like, the chronological order, it just starts following. It goes, like, mainly in order.
Like, right, mainly in order. You're like, oh, shit, maybe we should actually, like, make the story, you know, in order now. Let's not make the first episode be fucking season 2 or some shit.
But let me tell you this. Now that they're adding the last season, like, the Clone Wars is an essential watch. Like, the first chronological season with all, like, the first 20 episodes are not as great as the rest of the show. Like, it's still entertaining, but there's kind of, like, random missions.
Right.
Like, that shit happened in the Clone Wars, obviously.
Because they're at war, so they're like, fuck, we need to do this. Hey, let's send our fucking enforcers.
Yeah. So there's that, and then it starts to get into some really cool stuff. Like, you get to see Savage Opress. You get to see Cad Bane.
At first, I was like, who the fuck is that? I thought you meant, like, Ventress. I was like, what?
You get to see Cad Bane is a really fucking cool bounty hunter.
Bane is so cool.
Darth
I haven't seen much of
Maul.
Clone Wars, but I remember seeing, like, the commercials of him,
He has
and
a
I
really
always thought,
awesome
like, he's
voice.
so cool.
He's the best bounty hunter. You get to see Ahsoka, who is one of the coolest Jedi all time. You get to see Darth Maul comes back in it. And the best thing I like about the Clone Wars is that there's so many Jedi that George Lucas puts in the first, second, and third. Not really the third movie as much. There's not as many new Jedi.
Right.
If you didn't know that. The first and the second, especially the second one, have a ton of Jedi.
Oh, yeah, because they had the fucking, like, battle on Geonosis.
Well, we don't get to see them do anything, and like we feel like only the main Jedi are like main points of the movie.
Yeah, Yoda, Mace
fun.
Windu,
Yeah,
and Obi-Wan
like,
and
the main
Anakin. Those
guys.
are basically the main guys, realistically.
Kid Mundi sometimes talking the Jedi Council.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
But what the Clone Wars does is it like gives them stories. It gives all these like random background, and some of them die in the Clone Wars.
Well, that's the thing. That's one thing that I thought, like, with Revenge of the Sith, I was kind of, like, off with that. Like, okay, you're showing me all these Jedi die, but realistically, I've seen them, like, one time throughout the whole fucking trilogy.
It makes it a lot more meaningful.
Right,
which
when you
is
see him, like,
really,
because I think
cool.
you do see Plo Koon, Jesus, sometime in the sequel. Is he only in the third one when you see him die? Is that it? I think he's in other parts of it, right?
I could not tell you that. I'm not sure if I don't think he was a part of the Battle of Geonosis.
I was gonna say I don't remember seeing him on there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you only see him die in the fighter.
Let me spit this fact on you.
Spit it.
So there was actually a second Battle of the Geonosis.
Oh.
So like you know how ants and bees have like the mother bug or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, there's the Geonosis bug. There's like the bug race. There's a big mother one or whatever, and there's like these like worm things that control minds. And they started to go, I think they might be from her or they're native to the planet that she controls. Mm-hmm. And they started to go into the people's minds and they retook Geonosis. So they had to take it over again in the Clone Wars. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, I did watch it a while ago, actually, this episode. But I'm pretty sure the generals that led the fight were Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Master Plo Koon. Oh, so
cool.
It was cool. Like, Commander Cody was like, I wasn't a part of the first battle on Geonosis. Obi-Wan's like, oh, it's not that important. I was just chained up and being attacked by animals the whole time.
Yeah, right. And Count Dooku fought fucking Yoda and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah. But I just wanted to show you this because I don't think you know this, but do you know who the Jedi Quinlan Vos is?
Absolutely.
Do you really?
No, who the fuck is Quinlan Vos?
So I don't know, you probably wouldn't know him. He's just another Jedi. He's in the Clone Wars, but what I thought, he's kind of like an undercover Jedi, and he's more of like kind of like Tarzan. I'm not gonna lie. Like there was
like animalistic kind of.
Kind of like he's like jumping around and not following the rules. Like he jumps off the ships and doesn't land with them. And like Obi-Wan's like, oh, I hate being with this guy. He's reckless and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like there was a whole episode with them together. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, who is this Quinlan Vos? And he actually survives Order 66, which is kind of interesting. But
I feel like I know the name.
He was in the Phantom Menace. And you're like, what? This is him. He's undercover, and they didn't know. He was in a shot on Tatooine, sitting there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't think he was meant to be a Jedi, but George Lucas just decides, which is really cool.
Yeah, he was like, kind of there, so they're like, oh, let's fucking use him.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, you would understand, like, there probably would be, like, undercover with Jedi and shit like that.
But how did Qui-Gon or anyone not sense him, which is... But I can see they can easily come up with something why. But
maybe they already knew and they just didn't want to blow his cover.
Yeah, true that.
True that. Stuff like that.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite things with the Clone Wars. Now, this is something that I know I'm like talking. I'm going to be the focal point of this Clone Wars direction
because I haven't watched most of it or really any. Oh, I have seen a lot of it, but
so do you know how Ahsoka the first 2 seasons and half of the third season she's like in her Padawan normal Padawan with the one lightsaber?
Yeah, with the one.
And then she gets a what is it called, the shorter lightsaber?
I think it's like I think they call it Tonto or some shit like that.
So you under the impression that that's a green lightsaber? That she has 2 green lightsabers? What does that look like to you? What 2 lightsabers did that look like to you?
It looks kind of green and yellow. Although that kind of looks more like a lime green.
That's because the camera. So, I was reading into it, and I found a comment on YouTube. So, this is not a credible source.
Is this the fucking Mandela effect where everybody thought it was a green lightsaber? It's actually like yellow?
Dave Filoni says it's supposed to be yellow. Sometimes in the show it comes off very yellowish, and sometimes it comes off greener. Maybe it has something to do with the lighting. So... I was thinking, because the more I watch it, it's not the same color. It's totally not the same color. It could be green. It's a really fucking light green then. But that motherfucker looks really yellow sometimes. And I think I even got, like, look at this picture.
That is fucking yellow.
That's fucking yellow. Yeah. So what I was thinking is maybe since she
My
made
mind
this...
is very blown right now.
Isn't
I thought it was green the entire time.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's kind of cool, though. I really like it. What I'm thinking is... She made her green lightsaber when she had full faith in the Jedi, right?
Right.
She's going on and seeing all this shit and kind of maybe losing and going more neutral like she is with her white lightsabers. Maybe the yellow is in between the blue and green and the white. Like maybe that her making that lightsaber and it being yellow is kind of showing her stance on the Force.
Right, like how she's changing.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Is it after... Well, no, she was framed later, right? Because I would assume
she had this. But then Anakin goes and fucks it up in Season 7 and makes them both blue.
Yeah, he's like, I made some modifications. Fuck you. Put them back to how they were, bitch. You think you just could become the Dark Lord of the Sith and nobody would notice?
Yeah, for real, though.
I
kept coming across things like that, and I was amazed that fucking Ahsoka. I'm
it's
convinced
totally
she has a yellow lightsaber.
It's the Mandela effect, I'm telling you. I think it's called the Mandela effect, where like everybody swears it's one thing, and then you realize it's actually some completely different thing. It's just years of people like drilling in your head that something is this way, that you're like, oh yeah, obviously.
Just one more thing I wanted to talk to you about that I hadn't brought up, and also please comment below about Ahsoka's lightsaber, because I really would like to get down to the fucking facts about this. But there's another master. His name's Terra Sanubi. I'm totally
Poor Valen? I'm sorry, what?
No, he's an ancient. He's not an ancient. He's
ancient
old,
Sith.
He's old like Yoda, and it's basically an episode where Ahsoka loses his lightsaber, and he's like, long story short, he's an old Jedi, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't really fight anymore. Well, he pulls his fucking lightsaber out, and it looks blue here,
right?
But it's just a fucking camera. But I mean, I'm sure it is blue because it says it's blue. But that motherfucker looks white.
It's like an ice blue.
It's like an ice blue, but mostly white. And I was reading
cyan.
Let me read you this Reddit post. For those of you that don't know, Terra Sanu is an older Jedi Master that was an expert of the Coruscant underworld and helped Ahsoka recover her lightsaber that was stolen. In the episode, he draws his lightsaber, and it is light blue color. However, it looks pure white to me and to many people. White-colored lightsabers are made by purifying a red kyber crystal, as we know.
Right.
So here's my theory. Terra Sanub's lightsaber is a purified kyber crystal that has a slight blue tint because of his Jedi nature. My theory is that shortly after finishing his trials, Sanubi, or however the fuck you say his name, was sent on a mission to the underworld where his lightsaber was stolen. He was never able to find it again, but did find a black market for lightsabers. And then basically he only was able to find a Sith lightsaber, purified the crystal. And since he's a Jedi, it kind of gives off the Jedi tint.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
That would be really cool. But if that's like... see,
this isn't a good picture for him. I'm going to Google him real quick for you. What the fuck was
it'd be really cool if they just went with all that. Like, obviously, that's people's, like, conjecture, like, things that they think could have happened. But it would just be so cool if they actually expanded upon it. They're like, oh, no, this is actually what happened. Like, it showed, like, how he got it. Like, he's purifying. Like, they should show the purification process. In all of Star Wars, I don't think they've shown somebody putting together a lightsaber.
What does it look like to you, bro?
Star-Lord? I'm sorry, I can't even see. That looks really white. That is that's basically white. Is that, like, all from the Clone Wars?
This is in the Clone Wars.
That looks white. That looks completely white.
That
one
so
had to be
white.
fake.
That is so fucking white.
That is completely
I'm not gonna lie,
white.
like, look at this. That looks like hinted blue.
That looks hinted blue. But, like, it's not like the blue that we're used to, you know? Like, it's definitely not like a normal blue. I mean, again, technically Fallen Order, from what I can tell, Fallen Order is considered completely canon. And they have cyan and all those colors in there. So that's all, like, technically canon colors that they might go into later on.
Yeah. But I just thought that was really, really fucking cool.
They need to go into the colors, like how the expanded universe kind of did, and like what it meant and stuff like that. They should have meanings to it, especially since they're saying they like put in their Force energy. Like, okay, so what the fuck does that mean?
Well, let's go on to this topic a little bit. So if I were to have my perfect way,
right,
I'd be like, okay, the blue lightsaber means that this guy is a Jedi and he has a talented duelist. He could have good Force, but he's not like his primary thing is a duelist.
See, but Anakin has blue.
But see, Anakin.
I know it's a hard thing.
No, Anakin would not be a green lightsaber. I think Anakin should have been a yellow lightsaber if he was trained properly. I think the way he was trained and the form he uses, he's more of a dueler than anything.
I guess it's true.
Because as a Jedi, he doesn't really use the Force.
Yeah, that's true.
He's one of the best duelists, and I think that's fair because he's taught the way he was taught by Obi-Wan. I actually watched this whole video. That's Stupendous Wave. Shout out to him. He's a great YouTube channel. Yep. He made a whole what if story that Qui-Gon Jinn lived, and basically the council's like, fuck you guys, we're not going to train him, and then Qui-Gon leaves and trains him on Dathomir, and all this bullshit goes down, and he gets a yellow lightsaber, so it's interesting.
See, but what does yellow mean to you, at least?
Well, that's what I was going to talk about. So if we got blue, I'd say it would be duelist, right?
So like basically Jedi Knight kind of thing, like the duelist. Cause
yeah,
that's
then
what
the
Jedi
Guardian is
like.
the Force user, which is the green blade, okay? Right. That's cut, plain, and simple. Then we got
Guardian would be Force users, correct? I'm assuming, like more like Force users.
The more powerful Force users, like Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Luke.
And then we got the red blade, which is the any kyber crystal that's like poison the dark side, right?
Right.
How they do that.
They bleed the crystal.
Then we got the purple blade, which is someone that is like in between, kind of. He's a Jedi. He could be a light side user,
but he kind of taps into the dark side, so to speak.
Yeah.
Not fully, but like he's able to kind of
It's like
teeter on the
in
edge.
between blue and red.
Right, right.
And then we got white, which is the purified red crystal,
Right.
which is really fucking awesome.
That is really cool. Yeah, it's like the blood crystal, but then they kind of repair it with the force. That's really cool.
Now, when we get to yellow, it's like, what the fuck is yellow?
I remember reading or watching a video. I don't remember who it was, and they were saying, and what I kind of agreed with it. The yellow was basically Jedi Sentinel. That's like what it was in Rebels. Kind of, you had the Jedi Sentinels who were like the bodyguards. I know a lot of times people think Jedi Sentinels are just people who don't have the Force, which like I understand, but it could also mean that they're just people who are like.
Well, their lightsabers are passed down to them.
Well, yeah,
They don't even
but
make them.
still. Because yellow could still mean... Because obviously Rey has yellow. Well, that's another thing, though, is her lightsaber, did she create it or was it passed down? Because
She
everybody...
created that.
But
I'm gonna
it kind of...
believe she
I mean,
created
it kind of looks like...
Then why the fuck does Ahsoka have a yellow lightsaber?
Well, maybe that's another thing. Maybe Plagueis wasn't exactly... I mean, obviously he was a Sith, but like maybe there's something else that made it yellow instead of the red. You know, I don't know. Again, it's all pure conjecture because we have nothing to fucking go off of. But...
Well, if I'm going to sit here in my perfect world to what yellow is...
Continue.
That's hard. Do you have an immediate thought? Let
I
me
do.
think about it. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
for it.
so yellow is seen as like the people who perfectly embody the Force, so to speak.
I love
like
that.
they're guardians of the Force more than just guardians of good or evil. Kind
Or maybe
of.
like a...
Or like they're more of like, okay, like this is all about the balance in the Force more than, okay, this is just about Jedi. Because think about it, a lot of the Jedi are just like the Jedi Order, blah blah blah.
I like that.
Ahsoka's more of like
Maybe like a more
she's like the Force
complete-
needs to be balanced, stuff
a
like that.
complete Force user.
Exactly, and that's
So
maybe why Rey is also yellow because she's not fully.
I like that.
Light or
That's
dark.
absolutely fantastic.
She's kind of more about the balance. And
I
she
was at a
understands
loss
that.
of words, and that was perfect. The yellow blade, in our perfect world at Half Past Sheev, is the yellow blade means it's a complete Jedi, like
Or
not
even a
Jedi, a complete Force user.
right?
So that'd be kind
one
of
that kind of understands
as
both ways in a
Ahsoka's becoming that,
Right.
And Ahsoka, maybe if she had made 2 new lightsabers, would have been pure yellow blades, but she did the white blades to decrease it,
right.
which is really cool.
Right.
But who else has had the yellow blades?
way. Rey. Oh, Plo Koon.
Plo Koon, but I'm not sure if that's canon anymore.
Wasn't that in Clone Wars?
No, I don't think so.
Where the fuck did he have a yellow blade from? I thought it was Clone Wars.
No, I'll look it up real quick, but I'm pretty sure that was in Legends.
Oh, did he have blue in Clone
Yeah,
Wars?
he had Bloon.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I've been thinking about it, and my favorite Jedi right now is obviously Obi-Wan. He'll never move. He's the perfect embodiment
Mundi,
of a Jedi.
right?
Fuck Kid
What about the
Mundi.
Jordan attack on the Wookiees?
Bro, it's Plo Koon's number 2. He's
Oh.
so fucking cool. He's
Okay.
so cool. I like him, Ahsoka, and Rey. Don't come for me. That is my fucking top
Oh,
4
shit.
favorite Jedi.
Okay.
And then Luke at number 5.
He's not talking about powerful, not most powerful.
No,
He's
these are
talking
ones
about
I
top
enjoy.
five favorite.
Like Ahsoka.
That's respectable. That's respectable. I need to watch Clone Wars. I really do need to watch it because every time I play Battlefront 2 and I look at all the clone skins, you'll see like all the different colors, and it will literally say in the descriptions, it'll be like, oh, this is the whatever number. It's like this was Plo Koon's like command or Yoda's command and stuff like that. It's so
Yeah,
cool
Plo
to
Koon
think of
had
that.
Commander Wolf, which is one of the coolest.
Yeah, it was gray, right? Doesn't he have like a grayish blue
Yeah, and he's
color?
got like the wolf thing on him.
I know, that's so cool. Like they have that in Battlefront 2, and I was like, so cool.
Yeah,
to
he's
see like
fucking
my
dope.
guy be like walking up, like, what the fuck, bro?
Speaking of Battlefront 2,
Oh,
and I think I had some more things to say. Here, we're gonna jump back to Battlefront 2. Let's stay on the lightsaber.
oh, okay.
So, what Fallen Order brings in a bunch of other lightsaber colors, though.
Yeah, it brings
As
in.
we have cyan, pink, and orange are the other ones, right?
Yes, I think that's it. I think just technically indigo, which is like a bluish, more blue than purple, but it's kind of closer to like a dark bluish purple. Again, I don't know if they're actually going to
I
go
feel
into
like
that, but
indigo-
technically, from what I've heard, like that's the whole game is considered canon. So the fact that you can pick through those colors, it's
I think that if they were to have indigo, I would just say that maybe it's someone that's barely goes. It's like a lesser purple lightsaber user, whatever. It's like a
Right.
special occasion. But orange, I have no fucking idea.
I think personally, I think orange should go for like a dark side user, and it would be something else with that, like maybe
Like a pure Sith or something.
That'd be interesting. Well, because the thing is,
Pure.
red is only when you bleed the crystal. So what if somebody is literally just pure dark side and they actually build a lightsaber? Like, what if they don't bleed the crystal? What happens then? Like, what does the color become? So then maybe that's what it would become. I mean, I don't think that would be it, but that's just obviously a thought.
And what the fuck is pink?
Compassion. No, I don't know. I mean, that'd be an interesting thing if it was like Jedi who falls in love or some shit. I don't know. Oh. Cupid's lightsaber, bro.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, pink is something I have no idea.
Orange and pink are really tough questions.
Pink is for sure. Orange, yeah, for sure. Still, yeah, I don't know, because like, it's literally what would be orange? I think it should be for the dark side though, because they only have one color, and it kind of bothers me. They only have red.
I like it.
I know, like I understand red because like red's like you think as evil.
I would have been fine if yellow was a dark side color.
Same. I think orange, yellow, and red because they're all kind of part of
fire,
yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, that would have been cool, but fuck it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it goes red and then like slightly less dark side, you get orange, and then when you're like mostly good, but like, you know, maybe I can teeter on the edge, you're yellow. I'm kidding. That'd be awful.
Cool, I hope though, if they made like the orange lightsaber, like the pure Jedi, or like not the pure Jedi, like it's like the step up from our quote unquote yellow lightsaber, like the complete Jedi, where like the orange is like a prophecy. But then why would Anakin not have it?
Well, because he's like not good enough. Yeah, he's too fucked up.
Well, he's not fucked up. I feel like Anakin's legacy was fucked up with Qui-Gon's death. I feel like him being not him being created by Plagueis, but like his like overarching story from like the quote unquote people above.
I think they actually changed it to where now he was made by Sheev or some shit like that.
Whatever.
I don't know. They've changed some.
Basically, his fate was supposed to be with Qui-Gon, and it got fucked. And when he went to Obi-Wan, everything changed.
True.
Like he would have went with Qui-Gon and done a whole bunch.
Because Qui-Gon would have been more the father figure that he would have needed, but
yeah, he would have kept him balanced.
Obi-Wan was more of the brother,
to the dark side with Qui-Gon.
Because Obi-Wan, I feel like didn't know how to exactly do.
Bro, think about this. Master Dooku, Master Qui-Gon, young Anakin, Yellow Blade, Jedi New Order of Force users. How cool would that have been?
That would have been cool. And then fucking Palpatine had to come in and fuck it
all
up.
Obi-Wan would have been like, fuck this shit, and leave, and then he would have fucked the Mandalorian queen.
Oh, yeah, what's her name? I have no idea what her name is. I feel like it starts with an S, but I have no idea.
Scene where he's like, I literally watched that episode where she thought she was gonna die, and she was confessing her feelings to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's like, if you had said the word, I would have left the Jedi Order. I'm like, damn.
Obi-Wan, the true OG.
Oh my god! And the new Clone Wars episodes are too.
Sorry, hands down, Obi-Wan is my favorite Jedi ever.
Star Wars character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Overall of all of Star Wars, definitely Obi-Wan. But like, not really the old Obi-Wan. You know, a lot of people were like, Alec Guinness, what a fucking legend. Don't get me wrong, like it was good. It was like
no, he's not even close to Ewan McGregor.
It's just Ewan McGregor's
not even
Ewan
close,
McGregor is my
bro.
Obi-Wan.
He's nowhere near him.
Yeah, I mean,
want some orange juice?
Hit me. We're drinking the hard stuff today. I got some orange
aviation
juice.
Gin?
God, no, please.
But yeah, dude, he's just so wonderful. But going on to Battlefront, I actually have some news to tell you. So I just watched a YouTube video of a Battlefront news guy. Mm-hmm. And basically, I wrote it down in my notes. I'm pretty sure it's a Scarif update. Let me see. Yeah, it's the new
Scarif.
Yeah, there's a new Scarif update.
Oh, Rogue One. Do they not? They don't have that in there, right? They don't have Scarif.
I'm not sure.
I don't think they do.
But there's a Scarif update coming.
I think they had it in the story mode actually.
They might.
I don't think they have like a map for it though.
I can't tell. I couldn't tell you. But quick thing is, you know Camino in Battlefront?
Yeah.
You know how there's those like tentacle monsters? Mm-hmm. That's from the Clone Wars, dude. The Battle of Camino. Grievous and Asajj Ventress attack Camino. Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka. Maybe some more Jedi Masters. Oh, obviously, what's her name? What's the name of the lady? The lady that looks like Ahsoka. Shakti.
Oh,
Shakti.
Yeah.
Because she was at
the other
place.
Camp.
Yeah. So they were at Geonosis, and there was a fucking big fight that went on. And they had those aqua things come on with like aqua droids, and they attacked it. I'm sitting there watching it like, this is from Battlefront. So yeah, I thought that was cool. Like that's a Clone Wars war right there. That was a battle of the Clone Wars, and you're
that would
fighting.
make sure that makes sense why the clones were there. Because I was always wondering like why are the clones? I mean, I get it. Like Kamino's a clone factory, but like I feel like it would be something like with like the rebels and I don't know the Empire. Maybe like Empire trying to destroy Kamino because they don't want any clones. I don't know.
Maybe they added it with like the skin, the Clone Wars skins and stuff.
Probably that would make sense.
I
think Kamino's really cool.
It's super cool. That's super cool that they took it right out of the Clone Wars.
That is really cool.
But basically, either some guy that's linked to making stuff in Battlefront has been leaking things for the new update.
They've been talking about a lot of things for the new... Like, they've been actually kind of, like, upfront with a lot of the people. So they might even be leaking that might have literally just tweeted about it.
Well, so what he did was he tweeted a photo of a thing. And it's basically like, okay, this is what... there's going to be new hero skins, okay?
Oh, they're doing skin? Oh, thank the Lord. Like, cooler skins?
So he posted a horn. And we're like...
Horn.
And someone found the exact image. It's a horn off Maul. And guess what Maul it is? From Rebels. Oh. And then he confirmed that, yes, we're getting Rebels Maul skin.
Yes! The lightsaber's going to be that cool, like,
the broken Inquisitor blade. Yes, and we're going to get the robot legs.
Okay, here. If they do not have a what fun. What fun? If they don't have a what fun voice line, I'm out. I'm uninstalling Battlefront 2 immediately if I don't hear that.
That is one of the greatest quotes ever. The Shadow.
Maul, the Shadow. So the rumors are true.
Dude, I'm telling you, Maul's the best character in Star Wars.
Formally not with Maul.
He has some of the best scenes. He's like the best villain.
He really is. But the only thing is, though, because we were talking about this earlier, this is only because of everything else after the movies. Because realistically, if we had just 3 movies... What else would we have? We have nothing.
He'd be trash.
Literally nothing. He'd be awful. The only other thing we have is him at the end of Solo. That'd be the only other thing we have.
Which is trash.
Which is awful. That'd be terrible. Again, everybody shits on the sequels, but again, the prequels, back way when they first came out, weren't great. They weren't great whatsoever.
We were talking about this earlier when we were buying the tacos. Literally, the people that are shitting on the sequels are the same people that were shitting on the prequels. So, suck my juicy fat cock and hell yeah. But, fuck, man. Also, I know one more skin.
Ooh, another one?
So, he tweeted a photo of a piece of fabric. And literally within an hour, a motherfucker, I seen him post online. It's Palpatine from Rise of Skywalker.
Oh,
which is pretty cool.
That would be really cool.
I don't use Palpatine, but like
I know,
Palpatine
but like
needs another skin.
He does. I don't even think he has another skin. I think he just has the one.
No, I know that's what I mean.
He needs like new skin. A skin. Yeah. Fuck, I was really hoping you would say they add a character and it had like Ahsoka. I think they're just going to save any new characters for Battlefront 3 because I
thought they were saving everything for Battlefront 3. I thought.
It's cool that they're adding skins. Yeah.
But just like the other Battlefront 2, the original one, they had all the Jedi, dude.
Well, yeah, the original had like everybody.
We need Mace Windu.
I'm pretty sure the original had Kit Mundi.
Yeah, they had the bitch that got shot down in the mushroom planet.
Mundi. What is his name? Ki Mundi? Because it's Kit Fisto is what I'm thinking of. Whatever, anyways, continue.
We had fucking savage.
Ayla Secura, I think is her name. Yeah, that got shot in the Felicia.
I'm pretty sure Padme was a hero. Yeah.
We had Darkseid Anakin, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we had Darkseid.
There was Darkseid. It was basically Darth Vader, but just looked like Anakin.
Yeah, and he had lightning, I'm pretty sure. I remember when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure he did, because I remember when I was a kid, I was like, why does he have lightning? Because that's probably what he would have had.
No. Undoubtedly would have been the strongest.
Easily, yeah. If he was a Darkseid user and didn't get fucked and fucking roasted like a marshmallow, he would have undoubtedly been the greatest Sith known in the universe.
For sure. Or even Jedi.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if the events still continued, he just didn't get, like, wrecked. This is more of what I'm talking about.
I love Qui-Gon Jinn so much. I watched an episode,
that piece of shit?
And I saw Qui-Gon's fucking Force Ghost come in, and he's like, Obi-Wan, did you do as I asked?
Voice. Wait, that doesn't make any sense, though, because he's not supposed to know that Qui-Gon is a ghost.
Okay, well, let me explain the episode.
I was going to say,
it's the episode where he's on Mortis, so Mortis is the Force, so Obi-Wan's convinced that it's just the planet.
It's just okay, that makes sense.
So he goes like, Obi-Wan, did you do as I asked? Did you train the boy? He's like, I did. He is the chosen one, master, and it's all like this really cool stuff, and I'm like, no!
Dude, they need to bring, okay,
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is my boy.
Qui-Gon? Okay, fuck Luke. Qui-Gon comes in right at number 5 for me. I have such an interesting list. I got Obi-Wan generic, then I got Plo Koon, Ahsoka, Rey, then Qui-Gon.
Your list is very interesting. I need to watch Clone Wars. Because I feel like...
You have to. I'm going to tell you guys right now, next week we very well may be talking about the new season of Clone Wars, because I'm going to finish it. This fuck over here is going to watch a recap, and then we're going to watch it together.
And then after I watch 7, I'm probably going to want to go back and watch it. I know, fuck, man. If I didn't work, I would be done with that. I would completely be done with that already.
Yeah, I just put it on while I work out or something, and I just fucking kill it while I crank it up.
Because it is really, really interesting. I totally want to watch it.
Dude, I saw Tarkin in it. There was an episode where Anakin had to...
Tarkin was in it?
Tarkin, well, he was part of the Republic.
He was?
Mm-hmm. He's in the Clone Wars, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where is this from?
Yeah,
where did this come from?
Dude, there are all these hints of because Tarkin doesn't like the Jedi because he thinks the Jedi are peacekeepers and they shouldn't be leading the war if they're peacekeepers, and their Jedi ways keep them from winning. How they should just kill the fucking enemy and whatever. Right. But
most superheroes.
And then Anakin kept being kind of agreeing with him, and then it'll play the Darth Vader theme behind it. I'm sitting there
oh, that's so cool.
It's really cool, dude. It's really
Fuck, I need to watch it. I just need to fucking stop being a pussy. Just fucking start
That's how I was, and once you get into I'd say phase 2 of it is so good when they get rid of the cool Clone Wars armor, which is kind of sad, but Ahsoka looks.
I know phase 1 of the Clone Wars of the clones are the best. I'm sorry. Well, I think phase 2 is
you kind of mistook what I said. I meant phase 1 in the main characters outfits.
Oh.
So Obi-Wan and Anakin have their Clone Wars armor, the general armor, and Ahsoka has little fucking patch. She looks like a little girl.
Right.
But then they halfway through season 3 they change it and they give Obi-Wan doesn't have the full Revenge of the Sith look. He has the robes, but he has the gauntlet still on. And then I'm pretty sure Anakin's full Revenge of the Sith. And then Ahsoka
but I like the armor.
So cool. Yeah, but they have to
Yeah, I know that they yeah.
But
I think that's ad break.
Ad break.
Breaking.
Yeah, that may be the conclusion for Star Wars for this episode.
I know we were
Probably
talking about
said
Star Wars
because everyone's gonna click off now. We're gonna talk about Joker next, baby.
And realistically, we might talk more about Star Wars. Who knows?
Probably.
Ad break. Hey guys, it's your boys Mike and Frank here from the Half Past Sheev podcast. Just wanting to tell you guys about a nice little app called Anchor. Frank.
All right, guys. So have you ever wanted to make your own podcast but thought to yourself, oh, that's too hard, too difficult. How am I going to get on platforms I only can put on YouTube? No one's going to watch it. Well, Anchor. Anchor is your solution. Anchor has an easy recording process, easy editing. You can upload your own picture, change your name. You can change it whenever you want, add a bio. Extremely user-friendly. And the best part of it is it uploads it to every platform possible. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and literally 10 different random podcast apps. And that's what you want. You want to be on every platform that you can get to get your podcasts out. It's what we use, and it's literally the sole reason we have a podcast. We owe so much to Anchor, and it's fantastic.
Yep. And if you guys want to go ahead and make a podcast as well, go and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
You can do it.
Thanks, guys.
And we are back. So I think we're wrapped up with Star Wars for now.
For sure.
We're gonna jump right into our Instagram poll for the top 5 best Jokers of all time. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal it and then maybe discuss afterwards.
I'm done.
So I'm gonna give you the the full list.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Sorry, we had to clear our throats from laughing for the last half hour.
Just don't explain why
I'm not going
laughing.
to. Jesus.
Let me pull the matchup.
Pull it up.
All right, so now I try not to have this happen, but at number 5 we have a tie.
I feel like it's every single time.
Yeah.
Who out there just says is fucking anarchist? Some people just want to watch the world burn. They're like, you know what? It doesn't look like this guy has enough votes. Let's make it 50-50.
Fuck with him.
Actually, the worst part is they can't even see it. So it's not even like somebody's doing it on purpose. It just happens.
Yeah, which is fine.
It's fine.
I agree with this. At number 5, we got a 50-50 tie with Jack Nicholson
and Jared Leto, obviously, right? That's what you're going to say.
So the Half Past Sheev is currently looking for a new co-host. So we got Jack Nicholson tied with the Killing Joke Joker.
Oh.
Which, that is at number 5. What?
Do you know who voices him?
Well,
in The Killing Joke? Oh, no, it was Mark Hamill's last one, right?
okay, well, sir.
I'm sorry.
This one is the comic adaptation.
Oh.
We're talking about from the comic. We're not talking
you know
about
what?
from the cartoon that ripped it off.
Yeah, what do you mean ripped it off? They're the one... Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah,
Continue, Brad.
this is the
Whatever.
comic version, the Killing Joke comic book, because this is
Well, you know
comics
what?
and
The only
anything.
thing I've seen from The Killing Joke is the movie. And I thought it was good.
It was good, yeah, I agree. But those are tied for 5th. And then, I don't know how we should do this. Do you think we should discuss each pick? I think so, because I feel like we'll
let's
not...
discuss each pick. Yeah. Because we're not going to remember it. You're going to have to like tell me that afterwards anyway.
So, I had a bunch of Jokers in this. I could name...
Like the man, the myth, the legend, Larry Joker.
Yeah, Jared
I just
Leto
said
was
Larry
in it.
Joker. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, dude, I've been laughing so
I
hard.
know, my throat is so dry. And we're
Michael
drinking
ripped
orange-
ass in the first take, and we could not stop laughing for 30 minutes. So I had the Jeremiah and what's his fucking name?
Oh, Jerome? Is
I don't
it
think
like
I don't think I
Jeremiah
put
or
Jerome,
something
and I
like
think I just put Jeremiah.
that?
'cause he's the only-
Didn't you put... Oh, no, you only put one. No, you're right.
yeah, I just put one.
You put Cal Kestis.
Fuck you. So I put Jeremiah in. Jared Leto was in. The normals, like the animated series.
Other
Him,
animated series.
Heath Ledger, the new Batman Adventures. I made them separate, so there's actually 3 Mark Hamills, but they're all three different looking appearances.
Did he do the one that kind of looks like the Dreadhead one, like the animated Dreadhead one?
No.
Oh, he didn't voice that one. Okay.
I put Alex Ross's Joker, who's actually a comic book. He's a very famous comic version.
Oh.
He got knocked down the first round.
Oh,
We got Under
well,
the Red Hood was in there.
Not
Great.
that famous then.
Excuse me. Manly. I got Batman Returns, which is actually a comic book one, but the movie's great. So we got The Killing Joke in there. It's another comic book. The Arkham games, Batman Brave and the Bold Joker, the new Batman Adventures, like I mentioned earlier. Scott Snyder, who I'm so sorry. Scott Snyder is strictly from the comics. That's Death of the Family and Endgame Joker,
Right.
2 great New 52 newer issues. We got the Golden Age Joker, the original one, and Cesar Romero's Joker from the Batman 66 show.
Oh, right, from with Adam West, right?
Yeah, Adam West show. And basically we did a bracket, and I had you guys vote, just like the top 5 Jedi, top 5 Sith, and just like next week we're going to do the top 5 Marvel movies, maybe top 10, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel
Because
like
it's
Marvel's
hard to do 5, because 5 you already got 2 in with, all the Avengers movies could be the top 5,
Yeah,
obviously,
for
with
sure.
Ragnarok maybe, but
Oh, Ragnarok's so good.
for next week.
Yeah, this is fun of the time.
So we're just going to go over the top 5, and as we said, coming in at number 5, we got a tie. We got Jack Nicholson and the Killing Joke Joker, okay?
I want to cut you off for just a second. I remember in the beginning, when you kept talking about the Endgame Joker, I always thought you were literally talking about, like, Endgame, like the movie, and like from Marvel. And I thought you were trying to tell me that he was in Endgame. And I was so
That's just a
confused.
beta male thought. That's what Ceiling Gang thinks.
You know what? Shut up, man. It's not my fault. I'm not into comics like that.
Yeah, you're fucking beta
not
male for
cultured.
not liking comics like that. But, he hasn't seen or read, but he has watched the Killing Joke animated version, but he has not seen the Tim Burton Batman with Jack Nicholson.
I have not.
So I'm the only one with the opinion, and
from my opinion, I think the Killing Joke is better. we were going to watch it, but then we couldn't find it anywhere. And then you just
it's
said
on
they
it's
just-
on DC
they just
Universe,
put it on
so
there.
yeah, we can watch.
We need to watch it before they take it off.
Yeah, true that. We're gonna be doing Culture Corner soon. I can't promise anything
I know, because last time we did, we kept forgetting.
Yeah, we haven't been promising for a while, but it's just me and him watching Dragon Ball Z and Batman the Animated Series. But I feel like these are 2 very respectable picks. The Killing Joke is honestly, if I were to say, like, you know how you're of your own personal favorites, but you have like, you can assume like the general fans pick, like.
Because you know, like deep down, you're like, oh, this is like
I like
really
this
good.
the best, but
I
know The Empire Strikes Back is everyone's favorite Star Wars movie,
Right.
but in my opinion, Revenge of the Sith is.
Same.
That's what The Killing Joke is. The Killing Joke is like everyone's favorite Joker fucking comic, which mine is the New
Endgame?
52 Joker.
Wait, which one is that?
That's Death of the
Death of
Family
the Family,
and
right.
Endgame.
Okay.
I don't know which one. I'd probably say Endgame I like better.
He looks really cool in that.
The Endgame with like the black suit.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
showed me that like graphic. Oh, whoa, graphic novel. Excuse me, graphic. And I was like, this is like really cool art. Was that your boy Greg Capullo?
Yeah. Yeah, wow, you remember his name.
Oh,
Greg Capullo, the best artist of all time.
And obviously Scott Snyder, the
greatest.
Zack Snyder's cousin.
No. He has no relations to Zack Snyder. He's a great comic book writer. I love him.
What would you do if you if they came out and were like, yeah, we're actually brothers?
Dude, I'd be like, damn, that's depressing. You got all the talent. But back to this. Killing Joke, probably one of the best comic books of all time. Joker goes and shoots Barbara Gordon, paralyzing her, torturing Jim Gordon, and at the end it's a controversial ending. If you're taking it in canon, Batman doesn't kill him, but if you're taking it for the story it is, he does kill him at the end, and he laughs with him. Read it. If you haven't read it, read it. Get Comixology's free month or whatever, 3-month subscription.
Yeah, they have some kind of free,
and then
right?
read the comic book, or buy it. Better yet, I got the copy right here in my hand. It's a fantastic comic book. I love it so much. I was gonna say, and I'm pretty sure there's a quote unquote like sequel kind of. It might be canon, not canon. The 3 Joker story, which might be a sequel. I've heard rumors to The Killing Joke, which is really interesting. This is an old comic. This is an old comic book, as you can see. The fucking drawings are old, but it's wonderful. And Jack Nicholson was the best Joker up until Heath Ledger came around. I'd probably say.
Until The Boy.
Well, okay, but the animated series was out, but he was the best one on like the big screens.
Right.
So he's unique, and I really enjoy him. He's a very gangster-like Joker. There's not much to explain about him, just he's Jack Nicholson.
More or less gangster than Jared Leto.
But dude, he's not. He's thug.
I know, yeah.
Jared Leto is
like
like a fucking like thug, like sagging thug, like those type.
Oh, they ruined. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna.
Jack Nicholson is like
Awful,
like a
horrible
mob,
potential.
like a mob boss.
Like the
Like
cool
look at the
gangster.
hat and the suit. Like he's a
that is
beast.
really
It's a great Joker, and
You should watch that.
I'm not surprised. I personally like the Killing Joke Joker better, but as you said, you can't put anything.
I can't really put it. I mean,
Leave
I've
in the
seen
comments.
some things.
I
Don't get me
want-
wrong. I've seen
yeah.
something about Jack Nicholson, at least from
Yeah,
what
we'll
I've
watch
seen.
it.
I like the Killing Joke one
Yeah, we'll
better.
watch it. Leave in the comments your own personal top 5, please, because I would love to see them.
Yeah, same. Because
I've
obviously we're
seen-
50-50, so we're kind of like, which one's actually the 5th place?
Like throughout this whole thing, I've been seeing people's picks, and I will say there have been some people that have gained my respect with their voting.
And many who have lost.
Yes, very much so. Like people voting for Jared Leto and stuff. Should I shout the homeboy out?
Do it.
Casey, the boy.
Casey, you the man.
I respect you, man. Your picks. I looked at all your picks for all the Joker voting, and we have almost identical picks. I'm pretty sure you might have picked Heath Ledger over the animated series Joker or something like that. I would have picked animated series, but it's very respectable with Heath.
Indeed.
Because he's a fucking juggernaut and a beast. But everything else, very respectable picks alongside many other people that voted. But I don't know. You just comment on a bunch of stuff, so you stuck out to me saying
Indeed.
your votes.
We won't say your last name just in case you don't really want us shouting out. We're sorry if you don't. But
Respectable man, a man of culture. Very well.
Man of culture as well.
Exactly who we want listening.
Exactly.
But nothing else to say about that. And then coming at number 4, we got the Arkham games Joker. So
Respectable.
it is technically 2 different people, but it's literally the one guy voicing it after Mark Hamill's copying Mark Hamill.
Troy Baker.
So it's the same shit. And he's the same design.
He's a little off. It's basically, you could tell like a little bit of different like inflection and stuff like that. But overall, it's basically the same. Mm-hmm. And I mean, to be fair though, he just still does a great job with it.
No, he's fantastic.
Like, if there was anybody else,
But he's
he'd be
copying
awful.
Mark Hamill's
Yeah,
Joker.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not like his own
But I feel like
Joker.
they had to do that too,
Yeah,
because
they have
obviously
to.
if they were continuing the game, it's not like they're just gonna fucking be like, yeah, it could use your own voice, bro. And then everybody's like, what the
It's
fuck
totally
is
fine.
this?
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's the same Joker.
Right. No, yeah, for sure.
So why he definitely comes in the my own top 5
Easy.
because his appearance is wonderful. He looks like how he should look in a movie. If you're taking the comic books, like Jared Leto, I mean not Jared Leto. Oh my God, Heath Ledger. Excuse me. Oh my God.
Can't get the man out of my head.
Fuck, Jared Leto's haunting me. I don't know why I just screeched. I'm so sorry. But Heath Ledger is like a realistic look, but if you were going to take one of the comic and bring it to the big screens, that's how he would look.
Yeah.
He looks fantastic. I've said it before, the Arkham games are great look to all the characters. He looks great and has Mark Hamill, who I think is the best Joker ever.
I remember from the beginning of our gameplay. Pretty good.
You should just continue playing that game. It's a great game.
I know I should, actually.
But yeah, he's a great Joker.
Yeah.
I have no problems with that.
Yeah, me
but
either.
he got
Easy.
landslided for the third pick. Go ahead.
I don't know. Well, we'll continue.
He got landslided by the third pick by actually the same voice actor in the Joker the Animated, from the Batman the Animated series, which I would obviously have him higher because I love him so much, but he's hands down one of the best Jokers of all time.
Easy.
Fantastic. You could even say Mark Hamill is the best Joker because he has two that are in the top 5.
Oh, yeah.
But Heath Ledger's performance is just so great.
Obviously, the guy from Injustice 2 who voiced the Joker was
yeah.
the best.
Awful. The Young Justice version of the Joker is the best. He's like an emo Joker. It's awful.
No.
But the animated series is an instant classic, and he's just timeless and wonderful. And no one better than Mark Hamill.
No, yeah, I can wholeheartedly say Mark Hamill's number 1 Joker for me.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Then they got number 2 is Joaquin Phoenix, and I saw this coming. Obviously, we know number 1 is Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
I saw this coming, that these two be number 1, number 2, mainly because they're two big movies.
Mm. Well, that's
and
the
Joaquin
thing.
Phoenix has a lot of traction behind him. But
That's
if you're a
true.
true Joker fan, and this is why I was respecting some people voting, I could tell who was the real fucking fans, because I saw some people voting for comic book variations, which not a lot of people do.
Exactly,
And I see
right.
people voting against Joaquin Phoenix, and I'm like, okay, here we go.
Don't get me wrong. Joaquin Phoenix is a great Joker still. Personally,
Okay, I wonder. Yeah, Joaquin went against the Arkham Joker in the second round, and
I personally would put the Arkham Joker
oh
higher.
yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing, is that if some people haven't played the video games or read the comics, read the comics, then like obviously that doesn't mean much to them, so they're gonna go off what they know, which is gonna be basically Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix.
It's fair. I mean, I know people
fair,
will
yeah,
say
for
Joaquin
sure.
Phoenix is their favorite Joker, and we've discussed this off and on the podcast that Joaquin Phoenix is not a Joker. He is his own thing. It's kind of like that's his own like kind of energy.
Well, yeah,
it's like
and,
not like
and
Joker.
at the
It's not like
end,
Batman's
that's
Joker.
when he becomes a Joker at the end.
Yeah. It's kind of like Venom, like the
Yeah.
Venom movie. He's not like Spider-Man's Venom. He's like his own
he's
thing
like
in
Venom.
a sense.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean he's great. I love the movie. Don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic movie. I loved it a lot, but it's not even a top 5 Joker for me.
Really, not a top 5?
No, so
I put him in top 5, for sure, but I don't know much.
I feel like there's no discussion with Heath Ledger. He died for the role. He didn't even have to die for the role. He played it so good. Such an iconic Joker.
Yeah.
I love him. I watched the movie over and over again. I appreciate everyone that voted in this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Making
I
us
really
get a good
like
topic.
everybody.
Yeah, I like the interaction.
Voting. Yeah, I like the interaction. That's what we like, is the interaction. So when people comment and you guys send us things, like, we love it. Thank you. We appreciate it.
And,
whatever more you can do,
yeah.
we appreciate it.
But I'm gonna say my personal top 5, just to shoot it out there for the boys that are out there putting the work in and voting.
Boys in green
And want to know me, Frank. My top 5, the Joker Connoisseur, 80th birthday for the joke. He's actually got 8 minutes left on his birthday and 8 minutes till my birthday.
Shit. It's meant to be.
Yeah, fuck. So I'm gonna go from 1 to 5.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off at number 1, and I'm gonna say, Batman the Animated Series Joker. Okay. So Mark Hamill's. I'm just going to say that because I have the nostalgic feel, just kind of like the prequels to me. My childhood, grew up watching it. The appearance is great. The laughing is great. The voice is great. Everything's fantastic. I love him. He's fantastic.
Respectable. From what I've seen, he's great.
Number 2?
From what I've seen of that. I've only seen, 3 episodes of him, realistically, but still, they're great.
Number 2, I got Scott Snyder's variation of the Joker from the New 52. And I know people are going to lynch me for this, but number 2, he was my favorite Joker.
You got to be more specific for me, at least. What are we talking
Scott
about?
Snyder is Endgame. It's
Okay,
basically his entire run in the New 52, pretty much. So basically, from getting his face cut off to getting healed in Endgame
and putting it back on.
Yeah. He didn't put it back on. It healed. His face healed.
Yeah, but didn't he
face.
like clip it to his face at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. in
Wow,
Endgame.
man, what kind of Joker are you? No, Joker fan are
I'm
you?
a failure.
Obviously, somebody likes Jared Leto's.
Fuck Jared Leto.
But continue. Okay, so that was number
Snyder's
2.
number 2. It was a great comic series. I've said it before. I read it when I was younger. I like the horror. He kind of gets like a scary aspect to it.
Right, which is something interesting that I feel like is not done in too many superhero movies, and that's why I thought New Mutants. Sorry, this is really off topic. But New Mutants, I thought was gonna be interesting because they were kind of trying to make it more of like a horror Marvel's mutant movie, which I thought.
Oh yeah.
In the beginning, I don't know because now Fox is owned by Disney, so I don't know what Disney's gonna change it to or what they're gonna do with it. So I have no idea. Because obviously now this is all part of a... Because Fox was just going to be like, oh, here's a New Mutants thing. I don't think they were going to make it part of a universe. But now Disney has to think about, okay, this is all going to be part of our universe. But anyways, sorry, continue.
So yeah, I would have him at number 2. The number 3 would be Heath Ledger.
Okay.
Best Joker on the big screen. Fantastic performance. Love him.
Yeah, there's nothing really more to be said. Everybody knows why Heath Ledger would be, at the very least, top 3. I can understand that. For sure.
For sure. I'd have at number 4 would be the Arkham games Joker.
Okay.
I love the appearance. I love the voice. Mark Hamill, Troy Baker, great guys. Fantastic. He's awesome in the games. Number 5 would be the Killing Joke Joker. One of the best Jokers, one of the best graphic novels.
So no Joaquin Phoenix at all.
Dude. I don't think Joaquin Phoenix makes into my top 8. I'd go Jack Nicholson next.
What? Okay,
Bro.
who's after Jack Nicholson then? Joaquin Phoenix? Jared Leto?
Well, I would, if we're doing it off this, I would definitely put the New Batman Adventures, which is like the different version of the animated series. No. The New Batman Adventures is like the animated series. They ended at like volume 3, and then they kept going with different, same voice actors, but different like...
Animation?
Yeah, see here, I'll show you what he looks like. The guy on the right.
Oh, that one. Okay.
He loses like the lipstick and stuff. He looks good, but he's not as good. I'd pick. People are gonna hate me. I'd pick the Golden Age Joker over him, which is like the first Joker.
The one you showed me, the one that had like a
I like
creepy
him.
face
He
in the
has
beginning.
like a nostalgic feel. I like.
Obviously, yeah, the nostalgic. No,
Sorry,
you're going from it. You know what? I respect it. You are an OG Joker fan. I respect it. Obviously, for me, who's somebody new blood to the Joker, number 1. From what I've seen, I might actually put
into it.
The Arkham games.
Oh, okay. Over Heath?
I think I might.
See, really? Boy, are
Maybe
you kidding
not.
me?
I
don't think you know what you're doing right now.
I'm trying to think of all of them that I know, and it's just like you said. Like he has a perfect appearance. His voice is Mark Hamill, which Mark Hamill's my favorite Joker for sure.
Okay, I guess. I mean, the only reason why Heath Ledger is absolutely amazing. The only reason.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting him whatsoever. Like, if mine would definitely be him, and then next would be Heath Ledger, and even then, it's interchangeable. On some days, I think Heath Ledger's better. So it's like.
The only reason I like that better is because I watched the animated series as a kid, and that was my favorite comic series.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's all going to be obviously.
Reason those
this
two
is
are better
all
than the
personal opinion. Exactly. Yeah. It's not like this is set in stone. Fucking 10 Commandments over here. This is what we think. 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments with a Joker here on his 80th birthday. But I think I'd do that. I think I'd put the Arkham games at number 1 for me. Just because Mark Hamill, I think, is the best Joker for sure.
Yeah, I could agree. I mean, like I said, Batman the Animated Series Joker is my favorite, and Mark Hamill's the voice, and it's flawless and nostalgic for me, so I love it a lot.
It's getting nostalgic for me, even though I've only seen like 3 episodes.
Oh, a little nostalgia.
Exactly. See,
I'm already getting the Dragon Ball memes.
Exactly.
Too.
I was gonna say the nostalgia of both episodes are rubbing off on each other. I think. Or
Both
sorry,
shows?
series. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they're both fantastic in their own respective shows, genres. I don't know the fuck.
Genres. Well, they're kind of both animated,
bro.
But whatever, you know what I'm
whatever,
saying.
homie. Don't matter.
Bro.
Skillet, bruh.
Home skillet, homie.
Homie skillet, bruh.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, happy birthday to the Clown Prince of Crime.
80 years. It's old as shit.
I was expecting more of like kind of a stuff on Instagram about it, but no one really posted anything. A little cool thing is I'm going to be getting his 100-page 80th issue comic.
Oh, shit.
And guess who actually drew the cover? Greg Capullo.
Yeah, boy.
He drew the animated series Joker as the cover. My favorite Joker, my favorite artist. It's wonderful. I pre-ordered it months ago, so it's coming, I think, Monday.
To be honest, if it wasn't for the quarantine, I feel like it would be a lot bigger than what it is now. Right now, it's just kind of like,
well,
hey,
it's not
80th
like
birthday.
I expected more stuff on social media, like more.
Still, I feel like
Instagram
more in
posting.
general could have happened. Like, you probably see more stuff on social media if people were actually going outside and doing things for it.
No one really would be doing anything
Yes.
for it.
You never know, man. The Clown's Prince of Prime. Maybe everybody would have rioted and to pay homage to the Joker movie.
True.
Gosh.
I mean, it was Robin's 80th birthday as well.
Yeah,
This
but nobody
year.
cares about that bitch.
But it's only Dick Grayson, technically. Which
Oh,
is like the
Dick.
only Dickie boy. the only-
Richard. Was he Nightwing? He's the Nightwing.
Yeah,
right?
he's Nightwing.
You know, my vast Batman knowledge.
Let me know about this, y'all, but I want to do a top 5 Batman sidekicks eventually.
Oh, Signal is obviously number 1.
Please never say. I'm
I'm
pretty
sorry,
sure
I'll never
Scott
speak of him
Snyder
ever
made
again.
Signal. He's not
I
that
mean,
bad.
he's not bad, but
You gotta
I feel like
read
it's
into
weird
it.
that like he actually has superpowers.
Snyder did make him because his first appearance was in Zero, whatever. Anyways, a lot of.
We won't talk about that one.
But,
What?
holy shit! I'm totally gonna fake like this is breaking news. I didn't read this 10 minutes before.
Holy Toledo, Batman.
Holy,
Oh, yeah.
holy flippity cockmack is Batman. So, I think King Jong-un is dead.
What makes you think that? Jesus.
Well, I was seeing a whole bunch of people post things about how he's not healthy. I looked it up and read that he was not doing very well and that his health is declining for some reason. I don't know why. And I'm reading posts
It's the corona,
on
isn't it?
12 to 15 hours ago on New York Post and Fox News. Fox News is the only reliable news source on this planet.
Absolutely right.
And North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un reported to be dead, brain dead, or just fine. What the fuck is that headline? And then Fox News says Kim Jong-un is in vegetable state.
Jesus.
Japanese media claims China medical experts dispatched to blah, blah, blah. Then the New York Post said, with Kim Jong-un's health uncertain, focus shifts to powerful sister, Kim Yo-jong.
Oh, interesting. Because I feel like maybe I don't know much about North Korea, but I thought they were like kind of like sexist.
I've seen the interview. I know all.
Oh
I
yeah,
need to know.
absolutely. Right. Yeah. Obviously, Kim Jong Un doesn't poop or whatever. He doesn't have a butthole or
He
something like
likes
that.
basketball.
Right.
Damn, he's really going to miss the Dennis Rodman episode of The Last Dance.
The fuck is the Last Dance?
Last Dance or something. Last Stance, I'm not sure. It's
with
it's
the Bulls,
the
right?
The Chicago Bulls
shit, I
have
haven't
like a
seen any
documentary
of
going
that.
on, and Dennis Rodman was friends with Kim Jong-un. He
Yeah.
went to North Korea and stuff.
I mean, who knows the legitimacy? Because realistically, we're on quarantine, so who the fuck really knows? But that'd be weird. Because like the man tried to nuke us, so like, hopefully his sister's better. But I swear, I thought they were like sexist. Maybe it's just me,
I don't
but I thought they were more of like a sexist group.
They're
So like,
just
how would that work?
awful. But I mean, that's it for me, man.
I think that's it. I think
That's
that's the podcast. Yep, we just had to break it off with that breaking news.
Yeah, we're gonna try and keep the episode shorter from now on, so it's like easier to listen to and whatnot. We always have been exceeding with our topics, but today we really just wanted to talk about some Clone Wars,
Exactly.
Star Wars, and some Joker
It
stuff.
also helps that if you guys didn't notice, we didn't do a movie review this week.
Oh yeah, we didn't do a movie review. So let us know if you guys are sad we didn't do that, and you guys want to keep hearing that, because we'll may do it next week. I don't know. We'll just
We'll
see
probably
how
do
it
it.
goes,
I think
because
so, but
if we did the movie review, this week would have been an hour 20.
Easy,
This episode
yeah.
would have been an hour 20. So I kind of like this episode without it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
We talked about just Star Wars and the Joker, so
plus part of it's also
we just shoot what we want, bro.
Exactly. But part of it was in the beginning, movie review was going to be like, hey, newer movies. We can't really go watch newer movies now, can
Yeah,
we?
it's not as fun to review movies I've already seen.
Yeah, and
I'm
they're just
like
rewatching or something
forcing
like that.
the review, and it's
Yeah,
not
no,
very
that's true.
fun.
Yeah.
which we could be watching, but I'm binging Clone Wars right now, so.
True. And I've just been watching Luke Cage. I mean, if you guys want to listen or hear us in like review some of those things, by all means, we'll go to and do TV show
I already
reviews.
talked about Clone Wars. So.
I talked about Daredevil earlier, and I've watched Jessica Jones as well, so I can definitely talk about those. If you guys haven't caught on, I've been binge watching all the TV shows of Marvel, which I think are
Very
good.
nice.
Yeah, I think they're good.
Trash. Trash movies. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure they're good.
They're
but,
great.
Yeah, just give us feedback. The top 5, how you guys like that. We did the Joker one this week just because it was his 80th birthday today, or yesterday. Technically, today is.
Happy birthday, Frank! Oh
it
shit!
is my birthday
17
now.
minutes into
whoop,
19.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I am 19 years old now, but Mike doesn't know as much about Joker, so it wasn't as great of a
Right, exactly.
as a shooting shit. It was more of me just shooting shit onto Michael and Michael absorbing it. So
Yeah, that's my superpower. I absorb shit. I'm sorry.
we're apes and we throw our shit at each other.
Yes, obviously.
That's this whole podcast. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys subscribe, ring our bell. Find the podcast on Instagram. I post memes. I'm gonna get some spicy memes going this week, so be ready. Be ready for the Marvel poll this week. If you love Marvel, hop onto that shit Half Past Sheev podcast on Instagram.
No, I don't think I will.
Oh, I'm just gonna be Stupid Falcon with shield. Oh, thanks, God.
We'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, but Patreon, we're Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We're on fucking everything, y'all. Check us out. We shout out to, I don't know if you said this last episode, shout out to Nicole with the fucking updated channel art.
I think this is the first
2.0.
time of the.
Yeah, we
updated
had
channel.
the other one last week.
Or not channel art, but the profile pic thing, whatever you want to
If you
call
guys are
it.
watching on Apple Podcast, Spotify,
Or anything else, 'cause on
Google or
YouTube it's on there,
whatever,
too.
You guys seen the sleek new logo? You know how professional we're getting. We even got a TV up right now.
I think we shouted her out for the last one, but now we have like the newer
Yeah, the
one.
2.0 version.
Yeah, 2.0,
The Mark II,
so.
bro. We're looking
Oh,
good.
fucking Iron Man.
We're on
up
the
at this
come
bitch.
up. You know, this has been an interesting journey. We can reflect a little bit. We got a little bit of time, not too long, but we started not making really awkward. We didn't make any content out there. The very first episode.
Half of the past.
All I know,
of the sheep.
we were two
With
motherfuckers
fucking
that had
Xbox
a lot of
mics.
stuff to talk about Star Wars, and we've been doing that a lot, and we're going to continue to do that. And not going to lie, it's been hard. The podcasting is hard, and it's
is.
a hard, like it's like anything else. The more you do it, we're practicing at it, we're getting better, and
Exactly.
we're going to master the
And,
craft eventually.
You know, the reason it's so hard for me, at least, is because we already talk normally. So, like, for us, sometimes it's weird because we're kind of rehashing our own conversations
That's why
sometimes.
that Clone Wars and the Star Wars conversation at the beginning was so great, because I
Right.
told you I'm saving stuff. I'm not going
Exactly,
to talk to you about
exactly.
Ahsoka's lightsaber
So that's the thing.
until we get to the podcast.
So that and that's the thing is that we've been trying to reserve some conversations for this.
Yeah.
So again, some of it might be rehashing. We're sorry. Sometimes we don't remember what we've even. That's literally our normal conversations. We talk to each
Dude.
other about the same shit all the time. Sometimes. So
Yeah. The whole premise of this is just us talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
when we want.
Yeah, so, I
Which
mean...
just happens to be every Saturday.
Yeah, we tried to stick with the scheduled movie thing, but we'll just see where that is in the future. And just, I mean, from episode 1 to now episode 14, we've changed a lot. A lot of things has changed.
Especially from episode 1. Go listen to the Xbox mic quality.
Yeah, but... I guarantee you, when we see episode 24, 14 episodes later from this episode,
28.
we're gonna be whatever, dude. I'm awful at math. Whatever. I'm not the brains of this operation. That's all Mike.
Hey.
I just read comic books and masturbate.
A man of culture as well.
And I lift weights. But yeah, we're trying and we're getting better. I'm sure once we're fucking well into fucking like 30s or something, maybe we'll be real good. We'll be like having people call in or something. But stick
be
with
cool.
us. We're gonna grow. We're slowly gonna get better.
Once we get better
equipment.
enough not
We're
to
gonna get a
fuck up all the
studio, we're gonna be
time, we'll
famous.
probably go live streaming. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll live stream. We'll get more guests on. Like we had Matt on, and we probably won't have any more guests on until we've mastered our own crafts at doing this.
It's just better, I think, for us just to kind of master it first.
Yeah,
because
and
I
then
think
bring people on,
Exactly.
and then they get comfortable with us. And
exactly.
whatnot.
I think
But
we introduced it a little bit too early for our own skills, basically. I'd say.
stick with us. We're growing and getting better. Soon we're gonna be famous. You guys can be the OG fans.
Joe Rogan, who? I'm kidding. I
Yeah,
love Joe Rogan.
hold on, greatest podcast in the world. But See you guys next week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening. I appreciate every single one of you.
And in the wise words of our Emperor Sheev Palpatine,
oh, God, rest his soul. And his brand new skin in Battlefront 2.
hopefully, do it. Do it. Bye.
See you next week.